Happy 2019. I wanted to make a video that is talking about my goals for the year and my goals for the month. I try to make goals that if I'm trying to make or break a habit, they just move the needle a little tiny bit in the direction I want to go. Anyway, I like to keep track of my goals and such, my monthly goals and my yearly goals in my Happy Planner. I love this thing. I've had this particular Happy Planner for like a year and a half. I could go out and buy a new one, but I love that I'm able to just continue to buy extensions and extend it. So I love that. So the way that I keep track of them is I have this notebook paper insert for the Happy Planner, and I just wrote down my 10 goals for 2019, which are as follows. 1, pay off Justin's car. I realized that if we just do $100 extra on his car this year, it'll be paid off by the end of the year. $100 a month. So that's super doable. We just have to be diligent about doing that. 2, see Crater Lake. That's on my list of 101 things to do in 1,001 days. It's like a lake on top of like a volcano, basically, and that terrifies me, but also is so cool sounding. Number 3, cross off number 44 on my 101 list, and that is to set 10 goals a month, and at the end of the year, accomplish 90 of them. 4, buy flowers for myself. I like how I go like this helps you. Buy flowers for myself every month. I love buying flowers. They just make me happy. They don't have to be expensive or fancy. I often just get like the clearance flowers at Fred Meyer, but they just make me happy. 5 is like a little open-ended, but it's just to document more. I feel like I used to be really good at taking pictures and sharing what I'm doing, and not sharing for other people, but sharing for myself, for the memories, and I've just fallen on the wayside, so I just want to document more. 6 is to finish my journal. I want to just journal more. I feel so much better when I'm journaling, and I just feel like I address a lot of issues and I'm able to articulate how I'm feeling because I've kind of worked it out with myself. Yeah. 7, read 20 books. This was my goal last year, and I think I might have read like not a lot. 8, increase my income. 9 is cross 10 things off of my, that was weird because I felt like you couldn't see my arms, so it was just like hands. 10 things off of my list of 101 things to do in 1,001 days. So some of my 2019 goals kind of reflect that. And then 10 is to set and achieve my blog and social media goals. The way that I keep track of this is I have all of the goals right here. This was my income from 2018. It's just on a Post-it so that it's right there. I really like bullet journals. I like the idea of just kind of like quick ways to track things. So I kind of have pulled in from that a little bit. So what I've done is I want to keep track of my debt repayment for the year. So I've written down where we are at when we start the year, how much each individual line of debt is, and the second one on there, smallest to largest, is Justin's car. So that kind of helps us see where we're going with that. Then I have this, which is my the number 44 on my 101 list, which is keeping track of my goals. So I've just written down month 1. I mean, I could have just written January, February. I honestly don't know why I didn't do that. Like, this actually is like the first time I've considered that I maybe could have just written January, February, March, April, May. Anyway, so I did that, and then I have each number, like 1 through 10, so as I finish it, I can just cross it off, and then the total amount I finished that month. Then I just made a little list for the books that I've read. So this will just go at the back of my Happy Planner so I can look at it and see it. And then each month, what I do with my monthly goals is I write them in the sidebar, and that way each week I just carry over what needs to be done from that week. So they're always there, I'm always seeing them, and it makes it fun to track them. So those were my 2019 goals. Now these are my goals for January. So I made a list of 10 things I want to accomplish in January. They are as follows. 1, buy flowers for my 2019 list. 2, journal 10 times. Also helps with my 2019 goals. 3 is to do tone it up daily moves 6 times. Number 4 is to track my time. I was having a conversation with Justin like maybe last week, and I was saying that sometimes the day will go by and I won't really know what I've done. I'll know I've done stuff, but I don't know what. And I was saying I should really just spend a day tracking my time. But paint my nails. These bad boys, like, I try really hard not to bite my nails, and it's so much easier when they are painted. I've actually read that it's easier, especially if you get a manicure, because then you're like, oh, it's nice and I paid for it. So whether it's a manicure or painting them myself, I just need to get some color on these guys so I stop biting them as much. 6, read a book. Number 7, try a new coffee shop. This is also on my list of 101 things to do in 1001 days, and it's fun, and I like coffee, and it'll be fun. So that seems like an easy one. No eating out for a week. Number 9 is to keep up with our memory planner. Part of documenting more, as I wanted to do for my yearly goals, is we bought this memory keeper planner thing from Good Old Happy Planner. And we tried this last year, but I think it was hard because we started mid-year. But basically, that's not gonna help you. Every day, just documenting what we've done. And the last thing on my list of things, this has been a very long video, and I apologize, but the last thing to do, my last goal for January, is to find my Fitbit. When we moved, somehow, my Fitbit is gone. I have the Fitbit band, I have the Fitbit charger, and I have the Fitbit. So, thank you if you've watched this whole video. Mad props to you. You must be my friend. So, happy 2019. If you have any goals that you have set for the year, I'd love to hear them because it's just exciting. It's like a sense of newness. People have a lot of hope. Also, though, remember, it's just another day. Like, a new year starts today, a new year starts tomorrow. It's just a new set of 365 days. So, anyway, hope you're having a great 2019, and I'll see you sooner than it took this past time. Bye.